What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the 365 Fitness Radio Show. I'm your gracious host, Coach Chauncey, at your service, and I'm glad to have everybody tuning in. Have you ever wanted to become healthier and wiser, or just want to have more energy and time to appreciate your family and the joys of life? On this radio show, we're going to reveal tips and tricks to help you get in the best mental and physical shape in your life. Now let's get started with today's show. Today, we're going to talk about being the first one to act loving or reach out. Again, be the first one to act loving or reach out. All right? So many of us hold on to little resentments that may have stemmed from an argument, a misunderstanding, the way we were raised, or some other painful event. Stubbornly, we wait for someone else to reach out to us, believing this is the only way we can forgive or rekindle a friendship or a family relationship. An acquaintance of mine, whose health isn't very good, recently told me that she hasn't spoken to her son in almost 3 years. Why not, I asked. She said that she and her son had a disagreement about his wife, and that she wouldn't speak to him again until he called first. But when I suggested that she be the one to reach out, she resisted initially and said, "I can't do that. He's the one who should apologize." She was literally willing to die before reaching out to her only son. After a little gentle encouragement, however, she did decide to be the first one to reach out. And to her amazement, her son was grateful for her willingness to call and offered an apology of his own. As is usually the case when someone takes the chance and reaches out, everyone wins. Whenever we hold on to our anger, we turn small stuff into really big stuff in our minds. We start to believe that our positions are more important than our happiness. But they are not. If you want to be a more peaceful person, you must understand that being right is almost never more important than allowing yourself to be happy. Did you hear what I just said? I'm going to read that again. If you want to be a more happy, a more peaceful person, you must understand that being right is almost never more important than allowing yourself to be happy. The way to be happy is to let go and reach out. Let other people be right. This doesn't mean that you're wrong. Everything will be fine. You'll experience the peace of letting go, as well as the joy of letting others be right. You'll also notice that as you reach out and let others be right, they will become less defensive and more loving towards you. All right? They might even reach back. But if for some reason they don't, that's okay too. You will have the inner satisfaction of knowing that you have done your part to create a more loving world. And certainly you'll be more peaceful yourself. So, as I stated before, be the first one, to act loving or reach out. It's kind of funny that this is really kind of funny that this is today's topic because, like I said, I personally go through a lot of different things with a lot of close associates, and I mean, like I said, I'm still a work in progress when it comes to my stubbornness, but I am getting better at it, and I do reach out to people. It may take me a while, but like I said, I'm a work in progress, and I am getting better at it. But I have noticed firsthand that, when I am the first one to reach out, I mean, it pretty much does create a win-win for everyone involved. And not to mention, man, that, with this day and times that we're in, a lot of people are checking out, you know. And one thing that, I don't particularly want to live with, and I'm sure others don't want to live with, is the loss of a loved one because of something so petty, like an argument or a disagreement. Come on, man. Let that stuff go, man. Life is too short for all that foolishness. At the end of the day, we're all going to have disagreements. We're going to have arguments. We're not going to always see eye to eye on a lot of things. But I can tell you this much, the few people that I do allow in my circle all know that, we all share more good times than we do bad times. I mean, it's pretty painful, man. So, like I said, you got somebody that you need to reach out to, man. Get them people to call. And, like I said, just be the bigger person, man. Just be the first one to act loving and reaching out. Because, like I said, unfortunately, life is not promised to none of us. All right? So, make that happen. Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This radio show is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show. All right, today we're going to talk about how she lost that body fat. Again, I'm going to talk about how she lost that body fat. Many of my clients have dramatically dropped their body fat. And I'm always asking how they did it. So here, today I'm going to give you 7 simple and effective ways to drop unwanted body fat. All right? While fat loss can be quite frustrating, these 7 strategies that I'm going to reveal to you guys today are proven to help you slim down fast. All right? All right, so here we go. Tip number 1, drink a gallon of water. I say this all the time. Drink a gallon of water. Water is always a crucial element for proper bodily functions, and even more so when fat loss is your goal. The conversion of fat into energy takes place in your liver, and this process requires that you be well hydrated. All right? So drinking a gallon of water over the course of your day is a wonderful goal to aim for. This goal is easily met when you get into the habit of sipping water throughout the day, coupled with drinking a full glass before meals, upon waking, and before you go to bed. All right? So that was your tip number 1. Tip number 2, I need you to cut out alcohol. All right? Again, cut out alcohol. This fat loss tip is always met with, people moaning and groaning. But despite its unpopularity, it still remains one of the most effective. The first reason that alcohol should be cut out in order to lose fat is that it's filled with empty calories. All right. These are simple sugars that taste great but add up quickly, and they're stored fat in all the wrong places. All right. The second reason that alcohol should be cut out is that the simple energy that your body derives from the alcohol will be used as energy long before your fat stores are tapped, making it impossible to reduce body fat on days when alcohol is consumed. All right. I mean, that should be incentive enough for you to put down that glass and reach for some water. Should be. Seems pretty simple to me. All right, and I'm going to move on to tip 3. I need you to do a variety of cardio. Again, I need you to do a variety of cardio. Variety is the key when it comes to cardio, the cardio side of your routine. All right. So, getting into calorie burning activities is crucial to quickly eliminating fat stores. We no longer believe that long cardio sessions are the holy grail for fat loss. But getting your body moving with calorie burning activities is a wonderful way to intensify your fat loss results. The great thing about aerobic activities is that these can and should be fun. Like cycling or biking, swimming, hiking, surfing. We don't do too much surfing, jogging, or brisk walk. Any activity that requires you to move your body for a decent duration of time and break a nice sweat in the process. All right. And the next tip I got for you is to cut out processed junk. This is one of the easiest ways to quickly and effectively reduce body fat. And yet, it is met with such resistance. Why? Why is it so difficult for us to give up our packaged processed snacks and treats? This is one obstacle that prevents most people from achieving the body that they want. But the best tip for successfully getting processed junk food out of your life is to have wholesome alternatives on hand while removing the junk food from your home. All right. So if you're a late night snacker, then be prepared by having fresh fruit, sliced veggies, some plain Greek yogurt, or other wholesome snack replacements on hand. When your belly is full of wholesome snacks, it's hard to care too much about the processed junk you're missing out on. And soon you'll learn to love how lean and energetic these healthier foods make you feel. All right. All right, here we go. Moving on. I'm going to need you to lift weights as well. You might consider this to be pretty obvious, but many people are still resistant to the idea that resistance training leads to fat loss. If you find yourself puzzled by the idea that lifting heavy weights or heavy things will reduce the layer of fat on your body, then let me explain. The act of lifting weights causes those targeted muscles to stimulate new muscle tissue growth. All right. Now, this doesn't mean that your muscles are going to get noticeably larger, so relax, ladies. All right. But it does mean that your muscle tissue will become tighter and more toned. The increase in muscle translates to a higher metabolism, which means that your body will naturally burn fat faster and more efficiently. All right. Moving on to my next tip. I need y'all to use HIIT. Use HIIT. HIIT is also referred, I tell y'all all the time, as high intensity interval training. HIIT, the acronym, HITT, is high intensity interval training. And it is a method that has been quite popular in the past decade. And for good reason. This advanced form of aerobics, when done correctly, is one of the most effective methods of burning fat. HIIT is achieved by performing short, intense bursts of aerobic intervals between less intense bouts of aerobic. For example, 2 minutes of walking, followed by a 30-second sprint, done for 20 minutes. All right? I'm going to repeat that for you. HIIT is achieved by performing short, intense bursts of aerobic intervals between less intense bouts of aerobics. For example, 2 minutes of walking, followed by a 30-second sprint, and do that for 20 minutes. All right? I'm telling you, man, I'm just giving you all kinds of tips and tricks, man. All kinds of tips and tricks. All right? Well, I'm about to wrap this up, man. But like I said, you always, more than welcome to become a client of mine. All right? So basically, when your car needs new brakes, you take it to a mechanic. When you wake up with a fever or a sore throat, you go to the doctor. When your hair get too long, you go get it cut. And when you need to reduce body fat, well, you can try to do it on your own. But to be honest with you, that's the long way, and that don't make no sense. Either way, like I said, look, we all have our expertise, and we rely on each other when we're in need. And as you all know, my expertise is fat loss. All right? I'm just passionate about getting my clients the results. And all my programs have been proven ineffective. All right? I've given you the strategies and tactics here to get you in the best mental and physical shape of your life. Now it's time for you to pull the trigger and implement. Let me know what you thought of today's show, where I'm showing you how to and what to do stuff. I can't wait to hear about your success. Talk to you soon, my friend. See you next week.